everyone, it's Brandon, Breath of Fire. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about Shiba Inu. So a lot of you guys have been messaging me and hitting me up in the comment section, asking about where I stand with Shiba. Am I invested in it? Has God showed me anything? Am I having any kind of dreams? What are my buy and sell orders look like for Shiba? All that kind of good stuff, right? And so today I just wanted to kind of make a video that kind of sums up what I kind of know about Shiba, what the Lord has shown me about Shiba, and if I'm invested, things like that. So if you're interested to know a little bit more about Shiba and what I know about Shiba, then stay tuned for this video. You're going to love it. Also, be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe. Guys, every little like, every subscription helps out so much. And so thank you for tuning into the channel and subscribing. So let's get into this. Okay, guys, so to dive in, let's just kind of get a little history on Shiba Inu. It was founded by someone named Ryoshi. Not much is known about Ryoshi. Very similar to the founder of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto. Both these guys remain anonymous. Shiba was created on August 2020 as a decentralized meme token, right? And then it's been blowing up ever since. Ryoshi, he has said early on, he says, "I have said from the beginning, I am nobody, I am not important. The efforts to unmask my identity, even if successful, would be underwhelming. I'm just some guy of no consequence tapping at a keyboard, and I am replaceable. I am Ryoshi." So he deleted his Medium blog and his tweets, and he has pretty much left the project. He's just kind of abandoned Shiba Inu altogether. And that's taken a toll on the price of Shiba considerably. But that's kind of the history of who created it. And again, it has blown up. There's been a lot of prophetic chatter about this coin, Shiba Inu. There's lots of people, guys, on YouTube. You can just do a search for Shiba Inu. Let's move that over. And you'll find people all over YouTube and the internet. Here's one from Camille Hedrick, who's talking about Shiba. Bo Polony. Here is one from Yana Prey. Here's one from Mac Praise. Here's some from Emmanuel Mateos. Here he has the price at 301. Then he's got an $8 price, then a $12 price. And so guys, there are just a lot of people like Bo Polony. He keeps moving the goalpost on his dates and different things. He's always finding creative ways to do that. Just be very skeptical and have caution when it comes to people who are putting prices and dates on things, guys. We'll close these out. Like this one's, this lady says that an angel gave her the dates. Guys, just be, like I said, just take these things kind of with a grain of salt when they start giving dates and prices. So far, none of these prices and dates have come true. So it's just something to kind of be aware of. One thing about my channel is that you'll never see me give like dates and times and stuff for when things are going to happen. I trust the Lord's timing, and I'll just be patient and wait for the Lord to do what he does. I don't want to give prices either. I've never been shown a price, but if I do, it's not something that I would feel comfortable sharing. Again, just wait and see what the Lord does and just trust his timing and that he's got everything under control. So speaking of Shiba Inu price, here is the current price of Shiba. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. But this is the price currently here for Shiba Inu. You can see back here in towards the end of March 2021 that there were 7 zeros here. And then in late October of 2021, so about half a year later, about 6 months later, somewhere in that range, it went up to 4 zeros. And so there was a considerable jump from here to here. A lot of people who were invested here became millionaires. And so it has dropped significantly since then. But people believe it will go back up to some of those prices that we just kind of looked at. A penny, 10 cents, a dollar, 3, 8, 12, whatever the price is going to be. If it ever goes to those prices, this coin will make people millionaires. like crazy. And so that's why everybody's kind of jumping in on this coin. Again, it was established as a meme coin, but it is gaining some traction. And so people are beginning to use it more and more for different ways. So this is kind of just kind of an overview of Shiba. A lot of people have asked me, Brandon, are you invested in Shiba? How much do you own? What are your buy and sell limit orders? Things like that. And I just wanted to say that I am invested in Shiba. I'm going to continue to invest in Shiba, but I will never share with you how much of any token that I have. I don't mind sharing what tokens I have, but I'm never going to share with you how much of a token I have or what my buy sell limit orders are. That's just not something that I'm going to be doing on this channel. And I think that's wise. So just know that up front. So in terms of what God has shown me with Shiba Inu, I do believe that there's going to be great wealth, just like there was from here to here for some people. I believe that's going to happen again in the future, and God is going to use this coin. He has not given me any dreams regarding Shiba Inu. Okay, so no dreams at this point, nothing like that. So I have not been doing videos on Shiba Inu dreams because the Lord has not given me any. And I was actually asking him this week, like, Lord, when are you going to give me something on Shiba Inu? And he began to peel back some scriptures last night. So this video is fresh from the fire, folks. And I wanted to share that information with you guys today and kind of give you some insight on Sheba and what I feel the Lord is wanting us to do with Sheba, and some things that we can kind of look forward to and expect regarding this particular coin. So let's get right into what the Lord showed me yesterday regarding this coin Sheba. So the Lord took me to 2 Chronicles chapter 9. 2 Chronicles chapter 9. This is the passage here, verses 1 through 12, that have to do with the Queen of Sheba coming to visit King Solomon and just kind of being blown away with King Solomon. Now, for time's sake, I'm not going to read this passage and then go back through it. I'm going to try to tell you what the Lord is saying as I read through it, just so that this video isn't 20, 30 minutes long. It may already be a little bit lengthy. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I feel this is significant to share. But I am going to go through each verse and kind of pull this apart. Now, what the Lord was showing me is that Sheba here, okay, I know it's spelled a little differently, but Sheba here, and the Queen of Sheba, she's representing the Shiba Inu coin. Now, she's coming to visit King Solomon, okay? King Solomon. In this passage here, the Lord was saying that King Solomon represents the crypto coin XRP. We've talked about XRP. I believe XRP is the king coin. It is the one to rule them all. And so we know King Solomon to be the wealthiest and wisest king to have ever lived, the wisest and wealthiest person to ever live as well. And so it's important to kind of think about that too when we're referring to King Solomon in here and having the comparison of XRP. So as we read through this, I'm going to go through the different verses and pull some things apart that I think are absolutely critical. And this is what the Lord was sharing with me. And so we'll look at what to do with Sheba. Okay, so verse 1. It says, when the Queen of Sheba heard of Solomon's fame, she came to Jerusalem to test him with hard questions. Arriving with a very great caravan with camels carrying spices, large quantities of gold and precious stones, she came to Solomon and talked with him about all she had on her mind. So that's verse 1. What I want to point out here with verse 1 is that in this passage here, in this verse, Sheba already had great wealth, okay? Sheba arrived with camels carrying spices, large quantities of gold and precious stones. So Sheba already was wealthy. And I believe what God is saying in this passage is that this passage is taken from the standpoint of Sheba already mooning, already rocketing, guys, and already having a significant increase in price, which has created great wealth. So that's where we're starting at in this passage. Now let's take a look here at verses 2 through 6, okay? 2 through 6. It's going to be these right here, guys. All right. So it says that Solomon answered all her questions. Nothing was too hard for him to explain to her. When the queen of Sheba saw the wisdom of Solomon, as well as the palace he had built, the food on his table, the seating of his officials, the attending servants in their robes, the cupbearers in their robes, and the burnt offerings he had made at the temple of the Lord, she was overwhelmed. She said to the king, "The report I heard in my own country about your achievements and your wisdom is true. But I did not believe what they said until I came and saw with my own eyes. Indeed, not even half the greatness of your wisdom was told me. You have far exceeded the report I have heard." So again, guys, verses 2 through 6. To me, when I read through these verses, what I felt like the Lord was saying was that, there are lots of questions regarding XRP. And it said that the queen of Sheba had lots of questions to ask Solomon, right? There are lots of questions that people are asking regarding XRP and surrounding it and how it can be used globally and how it can reach such a high price that a lot of people say it can hit down the road. People like me believe that it absolutely can hit $10,000 a coin. So there's lots of questions being asked about that. But ultimately, after researching and learning about XRP, okay, the truth that is found is that XRP is great and it's beyond what most people realize. Just like the queen here said that, everything that she had heard, once she actually realized it for herself and saw it, it far exceeded what she had heard. It far exceeded the report, the things that she had heard. And so again, if we're looking at Solomon as a representation of XRP in this passage, the things regarding XRP that are being noised about, they're nothing in comparison to what's really going to happen. Guys, XRP is going to be massive. We also know that King Solomon, again, guys, King Solomon, I drew over it. But King Solomon was the wisest and wealthiest king and man to ever have lived. And so that's a tie-in that XRP was going to bring the greatest wealth, right? XRP is the wisest investment a person can make right now. And most people, including even small-time investors in XRP, they don't even realize half of what XRP can do, right? Its achievements already massive. If you look at the people, like here it starts talking about the officials, the attending servants, the cupbearers, different things. If you look at the people that are associated with Ripple right now, with the company that owns XRP, and the different organizations that are tied in with it, man, it is absolutely mind-boggling. Okay, and how it's going to be used in the future, especially tapping into things like the derivative market, it's going to be absolutely huge. A lot of people look at XRP from a retail standpoint, but you have to realize XRP was not designed for the retail market. It will be used there, but it's mainly made for banks and financial institutions. It's going to be huge. And for those that do a deep dive and start asking questions like Queen Sheba did here, right? They're going to find that XRP exceeds all the reports, all the buzz, all the different hearsay, okay? And that there's going to be great wealth that accompanies it. So now let's jump down here to verses 7 and 8, okay? Verses 7 and 8. It says, "How happy your people must be, how happy your officials who continually stand before you and hear your wisdom. Praise be to the Lord your God, who has delighted in you and placed you on his throne as king to rule for the Lord your God. Because of the love of your God for Israel, God's people, and his desire to uphold," I want you to take note of that word, "them forever, he has made you king over them to maintain justice and righteousness." So here in these two verses here, in 7 and 8, we see that the happy and blessed are God's people, right? Israel. Happy and blessed are they. And they have heard from God his wisdom, God's wisdom concerning XRP. For XRP is what God has decreed to rule financially and to be a blessing, right? XRP is going to be a source of great wealth for his people, for Israel, for his people. Again, that's not just talking about the country. That's talking about God's people. It's talking about believers. Okay, that's talking about you and me. And again, it's just wisdom, right, to listen about XRP and to invest in it, right? And look at this word here, uphold. I kind of wanted to mark that. Uphold is actually the name of a exchange that early on was one of the only exchanges that would let you purchase XRP. Uphold is actually where I buy all my XRP from. I've never had a problem with them. I'm going to put a link in my description below that you can click on there and go to Uphold and sign up with them if you haven't done so. So far, like I said, I've had no problems. But I think that's funny that it's talking about XRP. It's talking about King Solomon, right? And it uses that word uphold. So just very, very interesting stuff there. Then it says, we're going down here to verse 9 through 11. Okay, verses 9 through 11, this section here. Then she gave the king 120 talents of gold, large quantities of spices and precious stones. They had never been such spices as those the queen of Sheba gave to Solomon. Now the servants of Hiram and the servants of Solomon brought gold from Ophir, and they bought algum wood and precious stones. The king used the algum wood to make steps for the temple of the Lord and for the royal palace, and to make harps and lyres for the musicians. Nothing like them had ever been seen in Judah. So when I look at these verses here, okay, 9 through 11, to me, what's interesting is that the wealth that Sheba possessed, right, the wealth of Sheba, okay, was given to Solomon, was given to XRP, right? Sheba gave to Solomon. All right, Sheba gave to Solomon. The wealth of Sheba was given to XRP, was given to Solomon. I hope y'all are seeing this, right? So what I feel like the Lord is saying is that we are to take the wealth that we get from Sheba, once it has, revalued, once it has mooned, whatever our profits are from Sheba, we need to take all or a portion of that profit and invest into King Solomon. We need to invest in the king coin, the one that rules them all, which is XRP. Okay? XRP. And the wealth that we're going to obtain from doing so, this is going to be used for God and his purposes. It's not for us. Look at this. He took the algum wood, he took all this gold, he took all these different things, right? And he used it for the temple of the Lord, right? For the royal palace, and to make harps and lyres for the musicians, okay? Now, the lyres and harps for the musicians, this is about bringing praise and glory to God. So this whole verse here, verse 11, is about us using the wealth to do what God wants done in the earth. It's for his purpose, his glory, to bring him praise. It's not for us, okay? Does he want us to enjoy some of it? Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. Don't get it twisted. But it's not just to go out and buy yachts and dumb stuff, right? It's for us to use for his glory and what he has spoken to our hearts to do with it. All right? It's about building his kingdom. And now verse 12, guys. X marks the spot. All right? So verse 12, I had never really fully taken note of this verse before, but check this verse out. It says that King Solomon gave the queen of Sheba all she desired and asked for, and he gave her more than she had brought to him. Then she left and returned with her retinue to her own country. Wow, that is absolutely mind-boggling. It says that Solomon, XRP, gave back to Sheba, the queen of Sheba, more than she gave him. In other words, there was an increase in wealth from Sheba's investment into King Solomon, right? There was an increase in wealth from Sheba's investment, Sheba's giving into King Solomon, Sheba into XRP. So I believe that this whole passage here, guys, is biblical confirmation that Sheba is to be used as seed money in order to acquire more XRP, and that is the wisest and wealthiest decision that we can make. Again, King Solomon, the wisest and wealthiest man to have lived. Sheba gave to King Solomon, the wisest, wealthiest man, and the wisest, wealthiest man gave her more. So there was an increase, guys. I cannot emphasize that enough. This verse is absolutely amazing. Now, a couple things. Verse 5 is a biblical number. It has to do with grace. She said to the king, the report I heard in my own country about your achievements and your wisdom is true. Y'all, there's grace that's been given to us to know about XRP, what it can do, what it's going to do, and the wisdom that we've been given to search it out and to invest in it. There's grace for us. Number 5. Number 9, guys. Number 9 is a birthing number. I've talked about the number 9 before. There's 9 months in the birthing process. Here is the birthing verse. She took and gave the king, again, Sheba, the wealth of Sheba given to King Solomon. And so when we take the wealth from Sheba that we get from whatever we've invested and invest it into King Solomon, that's going to birth something amazing. And what it's going to birth is a return on our investment, which is going to be more than we have sown. And verse 12, guys, 12 is an authoritative number. It's a setting in place number. It's kind of a governmental establishing number. 12 months, 12 disciples. That's what this number represents. And so here we can see an establishing, an authoritative, setting in place number, talking about XRP producing great wealth, more than we started with, by us taking the wealth of Sheba and putting it into XRP. So this, guys, is a perfect biblical explanation and layout that I believe is from the Lord, telling us to use Shiba Inu's profits as seed money to purchase more XRP. All right, so I'm going to switch over here to this tab again. I copied this earlier, but I can't remember if it's still copied or not. Let me just copy it. This is the price currently of Sheba. And I want to take just a second here to kind of show you this sheet. This is just a sheet I came up with. It's a Sheba and XRP wealth calculator. And I'm going to put this available, to make it available for you guys. I'm going to put the link to it in the description below so you can download this and play with it and use it and put in your own numbers. But here we're going to go with the current price of Sheba. All right, so there's our current price of Sheba. Now, let's say we invest $100 into Sheba. At the current price, that will buy us a little over 9 million Sheba coins. Now, if Sheba moons and skyrockets and hits 1 penny, that means our total value in Sheba will be $93,000, right? So we've made off of our $100 investment $93,000 and some change if it hits a penny. Now that is massive return on our investment. And that's why, again, so many people are excited about this coin. There's so much potential there. Now, let's say out of our $93,000, we want to take, let's say 50% of that and invest it into XRP. Right now, XRP is about 50 cent coin. So that would buy us a little over 93,000 XRP coins. let's just say XRP goes from 50 cents to $1, then we would have $93,000. Okay, so not much happening here, right? So let's adjust this. We believe that XRP is going to absolutely hit at least 1,000 a coin. With a $100 investment in Sheba that hits a penny, if we take 50% of our investments and buy at XRP at the current price, let's say it's still this price when Sheba moons, and then XRP down the road hits $1,000 a coin, we're looking at $93 million, okay? Here we see the wealth of Sheba being invested into King Solomon, into XRP, and XRP, King Solomon, is returning the wealth back with increase, massive increase. So this is just kind of things on a conservative scale. You may not think XRP is going to hit 1,000. Brandon's going to hit 100. Okay, well, that's still $9 million with this scenario off a $100 investment into Sheba if you do this in this steps here. Now, let's say we dream big, we think big, because that's how I like to roll, right? Let's say you're all in, you've got $1,000 to spare with Sheba, okay? Now check this out. If you're taking 50% of your profits from Sheba and it goes to a penny and you've invested $1,000, you're almost at $1 million right now with Sheba. And if you're taking 50% of that and XRP hits $100, that's $93 million. Okay? Let's keep this up here the same. You've invested $1,000, it's a penny, but you decide to invest all that. Now you're at 186 million. And this is with the $100 price. But what if it hits 1,000? You've now become a billionaire. And what if, Brandon, it hits 10,000 a coin? You're now worth $18 billion. That's absolute insanity. It's amazing, is it not? Now, what about the Shiba Inu price? We've got it at a penny. What if it hits some of those bigger numbers that we've been hearing about prophetically? Let's say it hits $1, right? $1, we've invested 100% of our profits. We're buying XRP at 50 cents a coin. It moons to 10,000 a coin a few years from now. You're going to see, guys, the first trillionaires on earth. And this is not unrealistic. What's going to happen in the future, and this is why I'm so about XRP, is the amount of wealth that can be made. But you got to realize too, guys, that when this happens, there's going to be such a gap from the wealthy and the elites and the rich, the people that invested in XRP and some of these cryptos early on that have changed the world's finances forever. There's going to be such a gap between those people and the people who did not invest at all, that did not know anything. Essentially, the middle class will be wiped away, and you're going to have the super rich, the super wealthy, which live like royalty, and then you're going to have people who are just poor. The middle class will be gone. And that's why, guys, it's so important to understand that the wisest thing you can do right now in terms of investing in your future is to start to begin to buy XRP. And don't be afraid to take, $100 or $200 to invest in things like Sheba or Terra Luna Classic, LUNC, because when they hit and they make you thousands or even maybe $1 million or so, those coins, the profits from that can be used to buy XRP to produce enormous amounts of money. So guys, remember, whatever we get from any of this, this is for God and his kingdom. He wants you to be able to move and navigate in the future, to be able to do things without restriction, because guys, we are getting closer to the Lord's return, period. You can look around at any news, outlet today and hear things that you know prophetically are lining up with his return. So it's going to be important that you have wealth to operate with, and so that you can do what he needs to get done in the earth in these final days. And so this is what all of this is about, guys. It's about him and his kingdom, his glory, and getting people saved and souls, all that good stuff. Alrighty, guys, there you have it. What I know about Sheba, what God has shown me about Sheba. I hope this video has blessed you. We are definitely on the right track, and things are moving fast. Things are approaching quickly in terms of this wealth transfer. Again, whatever we can do to invest into XRP ultimately, because it is the king coin, right? It is the one to rule them all, so to speak, and it is the wisest choice, the wisest investment that we can make. So things like Sheba, things like Lunar Classic, these are going to be great investments, so that when they revalue and so when they moon, we can use those as seed money to purchase XRP. It's going to be awesome, guys. And with that, I want to thank you for tuning into the channel, checking out this video. Please, again, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless you, and I love you.